In this lecture, let's study about one of the special addition in JavaScript, that is spread operator. So what spread operator basically does is it basically unpacks the value from an array or any iterables. Okay, you can say like it spreads out the values of an array or any iterables. So let's see how it works in action. Okay, so here we have our old example of this coding school. So let's see with few small examples like how it actually works. Okay, so let's say we have an array, um, let's say ARR, and we have some elements in it like 1, 2, 3. Okay, and now we have another array, and here we have 0 comma, let's say -1. Okay, so in case if there is a requirement like you have to pass this array's element inside this array element, then at the end, then how you should do that, how you will do that. So far what you have learned with that, what you will do, like you will iterate the elements of this array and you will push it inside of this, right? And even worse, what you will do, like you will write the elements manually after this, like this. Let me show you, like ARR1 at position 0, ARR at position 1, and ARR at position 2. Okay, and if you log it out, array2, then you will get the values like this: 0, -1, 1, 2, 3. Okay, but with the help of spread operator, how you can do that, let me show you. Let me quickly comment this one out and I'll remove it. And what we need to do is we just need to add the 3 dots. So this is basically the syntax of the spread operator. Okay, and then we have to add our array here. So now see, we got our array elements unpacked and it got inserted into this array as like we have wrote them manually in it. So what happened here, the spread operator basically spread out the elements of this array, okay, into individual elements. Let me show you here what just happened. So it is something like you have wrote something like this, like 1 comma 2 comma 3. Okay, so as you can see in log we are getting something like this, and the same happened with the spread operator, ARR, then again you are getting the same results. That means it expanded the elements of the array. Okay, so now with this, what we can do actually multiple things, like we can join two arrays. Okay, we can create a shallow copy of an array. So for example, you have an array here. Okay, you want to create the copy of that array with exact same elements. Okay, then how you will do that? Okay, let's see that. So I'll create a new variable, let's say ARR copy. Okay, and what I will do here, I'll assign this square brackets like array literal syntax, and then inside of this I'll just use the spread operator and I'll use this array variable. Okay, so with this we have created a shallow copy of this array, and as you can see here I have used the new array literal syntax. That means these two variables are not pointing to the same array. This is a different array, this is a different array. All we did is we have just unpacked all the elements from this array in this one. Okay, and that also doesn't mean like we have changed anything in this array. So this array will work the way it is working right now. Okay, we have just added this array's elements inside of this one. Okay, so let's see, like this array copy. Okay, as you can see here in the array copy also, we are getting this 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so now what we can do, we can join two arrays as well. And by now I think you can already figure out like how we can do that. All we need to do is we just need to use the spread operator in the two arrays. Let's say I want to join this array and this array. Okay, let's see. Let array join. Okay, so what I will do, I'll use this array copy with triple dot and then comma this array 2. Okay, with triple dot, and make sure you are using these triple dots. Otherwise what will happen, like you will get two indexes with the array inside of that. Okay, I'll show you that also, like what will happen if you don't use the spread operator. Now let's see what we got in the array join. Okay, so in this one we got the elements like 1, 2, 3 and then which are coming from this array, which is basically a copy of this array, and then we are getting 0, -1, 1, 2, 3. That means we are getting the elements from this array as well, which is starting from 0, -1 and then 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now let me show you what will happen if you don't use the spread operator. Let me comment it out for few minutes. If you use it like this without spread operator, then you will get only two indexes. Okay, and those two indexes will contain your arrays. That means you haven't expanded the elements of these arrays. Okay, so make sure when you are merging two arrays, then you use this spread operator. Okay, I'll comment this out and uncomment this. So we have two use cases of using this spread operator. One is with the arrays and another is with the function parameters. Okay, and like this spread operator we can use only with the iterables. Okay, before that let me just write out few comments for your reference. Adding new array means of existing array. Okay, and then here we are creating a shallow copy. And then here we are merging two arrays. Okay, so what I was saying is array these spread operators you can only use in iterables. And what are iterables? Iterables are nothing but the objects which we can iterate. Okay, or the data structures which we can iterate. So iterables are like arrays, sets, maps and strings. Okay, so here you will see if strings are also iterables, then we can use this spread operator in the strings as well, right? And the answer is yes. So let's say we have a string name, let's say first name of Raunak. Okay, so now let's see what will happen if we use the spread operator in it. We will use triple dot and then first name. Okay, so here as you can see it have written these alphabets of this particular string individually, as like we have wrote them manually. Okay, it expanded out the elements of this particular string. into individual elements. Okay, so the same thing you can do with these strings as well. Okay, so enough working with the strings. Now we will see a use case of the function parameters. Okay, so let's say we have few methods. Okay, what we will do, we will create a new function or method where we will see read courses, like what courses we have read already or learned already. Okay, course 1, course 2. Okay, so here what we will do, we will basically log like whichever courses we have learned already. Okay, let's log this out. Courses learned are, and then we will use this course 1 here, and then course 2 here. Okay, so what this will do basically, it will log out the courses which we have learned already. Okay, so here we will create an array learned courses array, where we will pass few courses, and then that is what we are going to pass in the learned courses method. Okay, so coding school we have to copy. Okay, so from here we have to pick like few courses, let's say Angular. From front end we have learned already, and Java, let's say we have learned from backend already. Okay, so now earlier what you used to do, like without this spread operator, how you used to pass these two things in the method parameters. How you will pass it? You will pass it manually, right? Like this, learn courses array at position 0, and then learn courses array at position 1, the old painful way with which we pass the parameters. Okay, and then here you can see courses learned already are Angular and Java. Okay, but with the spread operator, how we can write it as, we can write it like this. All we need to do is we need to remove all these painful things from here, and then we have to write the triple dot. Okay, and see, we are getting the exact same result and with lot less code. Okay, so this will be helpful in case we have n number of data in the array and we have to pass n number of parameters in the method. So in that case you are not going to pass them manually, right? With index, let's say you have hundreds of elements in the array, you're not going to pass all the elements in the array of the array one by one, right? Okay, so this is really a lifesaver in that case.